So welcome everyone. Welcome to Physics by Iron and welcome to today's session. Today's session is for BSc Physics students and someone who is graduate and they want to switch or make the career in physics. Okay. So now we have 8 months in front of us, starting from July till March. And these 8 months are very important for any BSc student of any institution of India, especially if you want to be in the top 1% of a physics field. These 8 months will decide a lot of things, and this can be your beginning to a good physics career. And all the opportunities that will open up for you in a physics field will more or less be decided by these 8 months. Either you can have a kickstart in your career, or the things will get delayed up. So we have the three goals which are coming in front of us. So every BSc student will have the three goals in next 8 months. Number one goal is TIFR exam. Number two is IIT JAM exam. And number three is your JEST exam. I will talk one by one about all of these three examinations, but these are basically the three goals which will be coming up in next 8 months. Okay, so if you are a BSc student and you know that these three exams are there, today you will understand much more about these exams. Okay, so number one goal which will be coming is in December, this year December, and this is TIFR GS examination. So TIFR means Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, and TIFR conducts its own exam. So TIFR has 4 or 5 institutions. One is the TIFR main in Mumbai, then one of them is in ICTS Pune, ICTS Bangalore, and then we have NCRA Pune, and one TIFR is in Hyderabad. So these are the 4 or 5 sister and brother institutes of TIFR. All of them are in the top of the research. And if someone wants to do a very good PhD in India, I think TIFR is one of the biggest name that will come to our mind. Okay? So TIFR conducts their own exam, and this exam has its own benefits. First of all, this exam in itself, if you qualify this exam and if you tell someone that I have qualified this, there is a great respect, because this exam, not everyone can qualify this exam. It's a competitive, not, I would say it's a tough quality examination. If a BSc student qualify this exam, I would say that the content that person has is very high. That person has a good problem solving skills. That person has a good knowledge. So in a physics community itself, qualification of this exam holds some certain respect. So you will get a respect by qualifying this exam. And more than respect, I should say, you will get a lot of self-confidence. You can qualify such difficult examination in which the problem levels are difficult. Okay? Other than that, you can do integrated PhD. Now here, this thing is very important to discuss, that if you qualify this exam, what will you get? You can do integrated PhD. Now here, word is using is integrated. And you have separate options: TIFR, ICTS, NCRA. TIFR is in Mumbai and Hyderabad both. ICTS is in Bangalore and NCRA is in Pune. TIFR is a journal institution. You can do experimental research, you can do theoretical research. But ICTS is an international center for theoretical sciences. So if you want to study strings theory, if you want to study quantum gravity, the very famous standard models of physics, then ICTS is one of the biggest name in India, right? Every year you will see the Nobel Prize winners coming to ICTS and giving the lectures. ICTS is one of the very big name in the international community as well, because the number of publications coming out of this institution is great, is top notch. And also the link of these institutions in abroad, throughout, in Europe, in USA, in UK, is exceptional. This is one of the institutions where every student almost get a chance to go abroad and for some time, for some colloquium, for some seminars, and so on. I'm not saying it's a guaranteed thing, but it's a very good chances thing. So ICTS is one of the centers, TIFR is one of the centers, and you can do integrated PhD. Integrated PhD is a combined degree. Combined degree means that you will get both MSc and PhD. So you do not have to first do MSc, then qualify again all the exams, and then do PhD. So you will get an admission in MSc and PhD together. And after 6 years, you will get both your degrees, like MSc plus PhD. Usually it takes 7 years to do MSc and PhD, but in this case, the maximum time it will take is 6 years. In 6 years, you will have MSc and PhD both. It can take even less than that, but not more than that, ideally. Okay. And the benefit of this is that the moment you join this course, you see the students start receiving a monthly fellowship of 21,000. So per month, you will start getting 21,000 rupees if you join this integrated PhD. So you will be self-independent from after your BSc. Immediately after your MSc, your BSc, you will be self-independent. So for the first year, you will be earning 21,000 rupees. And by the end of the 1 year, your salary will become 37,000. So by end of 1 month, your salary will become 37,000. And again, after one more year, your salary will become 42,000. And this will remain until your PhD is over. Okay? So this is a good amount of money for you to do a degree as well as earning. Okay? So this is one of your chances that after your BSc, you can join integrated PhD, so that your MSc is financed, your PhD is financed. You don't have to qualify any other exam. This is one of the India's top most premium institution. You will have the good reputation. In future, you will have a very good academic positions. And all of the students, basically, after the PhD from TIFR, go to the top universities in abroad. For example, like MIT, Stanford, Harvard, all of the big names, Ivy League colleges, Maxwell Institution, all Imperial College, all of these colleges that you have heard the names, all of these PhD students, after their PhD from TIFR, do their post PhD work in such institutions. And they also get again a handsome salary for that. Okay. So, and the very best thing is that in these kind of institutions in TIFR, there are best facilities to do research. You have the best equipments, you have the best resources, and you have the best fundings. You don't have to worry about the fundings. You don't have to worry about the resources. You don't have to worry about if the equipment is available or not. Yes, equipment, all huge amount of equipments are available in TIFR itself. The funding is large. You can spend a lot of money on your research. Okay. And if you have written something, if it is written that this person has a PhD from TIFR, then your CV in academic career is very solid, very, very solid. Means, no, it's very hard to reject you. Okay, this person has a PhD from TIFR. It's not a very small thing, it's a very rigorous thing. Okay. So only few institutions hold this position. For example, IISc is one of them, TIFR is one of them, few IITs are one of them. So it's one of the very, very solid CV you will have. Okay. So number one exam is TIFR GS, and this exam will happen in December. We will talk about this. Then after 2 months in February, you will have your second exam, and that second exam will be IIT JAM. Now this is somewhat famous exam and many students know about it. So from IIT JAM exam, you can do MSc in IITs or NITs. So in top all the IITs, like IIT Delhi, Bombay, Kanpur, Kharagpur, all the IITs, they also have the MSc Physics program. So you can become an IITian by doing an MSc in Physics in one of the IIT. For example, my MSc is from IIT Delhi. So I went to IIT Delhi to do my MSc. Similarly, you can do that by qualifying the IIT JAM exam. And IIT JAM exam happens in February. Okay. Then you have another options. You can even do integrated PhD. You can do integrated PhD in IISERs and in NISER. There are many IISERs, Indian Institute of Science, Education and Research. They are not as top as IISc or TIFR, but they are also very good research institutions like IIT, IISER Pune and IISER Kolkata. These are the very good names. Like they are producing the good research. Especially if I talk about the IISER Pune, one of the top-notch institution for research purposes. So if you are planning to become a very good physicist in future, integrated PhD from IISERs is useful. NISER is also very good name and it is in Bhubaneswar. Okay, so you can do both two things. Either you can do MSc, only MSc, or you can do integrated PhD. And your IIT JAM will be used for both. You can use it for both the purposes. Okay, you cannot use JAM for TIFR. For TIFR, you have to give TIFR exam. Okay, you cannot, and JAM can also be used in IISc. So JAM can also be used in IISc. So you can even go to IISc, which is India's #1 institution for research. So you can even go to IISc from IIT JAM. Okay, so other options that you have is that you can do MSc physics. You can do MSc in astronomy. For example, IIT Indore is offering IIT in astrophysics, right? Then you have MSc in medical physics. Like if you want to switch to medical physics, then you can also do. You can do MSc in geophysics. All of these degrees also have their own benefits. So if you want to switch from pure physics to some other applied physics, you can do it by doing IIT JAM exam. Okay, and as such in early career, for example in the age of 19, 20, 21, 22, when you are in a just passing out BSc, and if you have an IIT tag in your CV, that is very helpful till the end of your career. I mean, I am myself is using that tag every day, and it is very very important that people take you seriously. Okay, and your CVs are not rejected. People call you for an interviews, and then if you have the enough skills, you get a job. But at least you are called for an interviews, right? So having an IIT tag in your CV as such is a very good thing in an early career. Okay, it will like a sarkari nokri for a private job. Like people will give you will look upon you, and they will call you for interviews at least. Okay, what are the benefits of having this IIT degree? There are multiple of things. Number one is that if you are a passionate in teaching, let's say you are passionate in teaching and you want to teach, so you can join teaching job in coaching, and these jobs can be get very easily. You can get these jobs. You can get a teaching job in coaching, and the packages are also very high. For example, 18 to 8, 10 to 12 to 18 LPA. Usually students get 12 lakh to 18 lakh per year, and this I'm telling you in hand, not CTC. Okay, this is, I'm even talking from my own experience also. This is in hand thing. So more than 1 lakh rupees in hand I'm talking about here per month. In a coaching industry, the coachings are easily giving any IIT MSc professor. Okay, if someone is passed from MSc and they want to teach in coaching institutions, 1 to 1.5 lakh rupees per month in the very beginning that person is earning. Okay, so this is one of the very good thing. Second benefit is, let's say you want to go, you say that I want to do MSc in India, but I want to do PhD in abroad. Then IITs are best. For example, you can get completely sponsored PhD in Europe, in USA. And how can you get that? Because completely sponsored means that everything will be paid. You will be given the salary, your tickets will be paid, your little bit of living arrangement, little bit, I'm not saying everything, but somewhat your living arrangement will be arranged, your fees will be less, and some other than some charges, food and everything, other than that, everything will be covered. And this is known as a completely sponsored PhD, and you will also get a good salary for that. For example, 1,000 to $2,000 per month, or euros per month. Okay, and this will happen because IIT professors have good connections in the abroad. I have seen this because my IIT professors have sent many students abroad to the PhD, right? And I was not interested in PhD abroad, so I did not apply that. But my friends are in abroad. At least 7 to 8 of my IIT batch students are in doing their PhD abroad. More than that, I would say more than 10 are doing that. So you can do that because IIT professors have good recommendations in the foreign universities, because they are also from PhD from the foreign universities, and then from their recommendations you can get a position in abroad for your PhD admission, and they are in the top institutions like under 100 rank in the world. Okay, and you also get a good salary and resources and all of the things that you look for. And then sometimes what happens is that many students want job, they don't have to anything to do with physics. Sometimes people want to switch the field, like they said, okay, I have learned the physics, but I feel that if at this after my MSc, if I have just a job and I want to live my life peacefully, then you can switch your job. So for example, it is IIT will give you the best platform to switch to the corporate sector. So if you want to switch to the corporate sector, for example, if you want to go to the IT sector, you want management positions, you want sales positions in corporate sector, then IIT placements are one of the best, you as you know. I have seen that one of my friends, Shri Ram, I would say, and he did almost 6 months of preparation for coding in IIT, and he got the job in IT sector. Then there is another one of my another friend. She got a management position in Amazon. So she is a delivery manager. So why they choose this? Because they want to switch from physics. So they did. Everyone has their own choice. If you want to go to teaching, you go to teaching. If you want to go to PhD, go for PhD. If you want to switch and just do a corporate job, just do that. So you will get a chance to do all of these three things by enrolling yourself for masters in IIT. And if you want to do that, you have to qualify an exam, which is IIT JAM exam, which is in February. After your IIT JAM exam, you will get one more month. And then your exam will be JEST examination, which will be in March. Now in JEST examination, you can again, I would say this is for integrated PhD. So if you want to do integrated PhD, there are many institutions actually. There are IISER, NISER, HRI, TIFR, SAHA institution. All the institutions of India which provides integrated PhD, including IISc, TIFR, SAHA institution, all the institutions of India which are providing the integrated PhD, they all take the admission through JEST also. So TIFR take his own exam also, and TIFR also takes students from JEST. So then you have two chances. One is from TIFR exam and one is from JEST exam. So JEST exam is used to do integrated PhD basically. And then again, you know, integrated PhD is MSc and PhD together. And this will be fully paid. You will get a full stipend in MSc also, in PhD also. And what will happen is that within 5 to 6 years, your PhD will be done and you are more or less looking for settlement in your research career. So within 5 to 6 years, your MSc and PhD both will be done, and you will be looking to get settled in the research field and looking for the academic positions. Okay. And what other thing that is benefit for JEST exam is that if you prepare for JEST exam, let's say you prepare for JEST exam, then it makes other exams like GATE exam, NET exam very easy, because GATE and NET also have somewhat similar syllabus to JEST. So if you prepare for JEST exam, the GATE and NET exam become easy for you. And you know that in MSc you have to write these exams also, GATE examination, NET examination. So these are some of the things that will become easier for you. Okay? So this is one of the things. So these are the three goals we have. Now, if you want to qualify these three exams, we have to understand that what are the exam patterns of this. Okay? Exam patterns of this. So we have the three examination. Number one is TIFR GS. So I will pause here for a minute and before discussing exam patterns, and I will look at the questions which is posted. Okay? So now let's come to the exam pattern. So number one, let's talk about the TIFR exam pattern. Okay? So in TIFR exam pattern, number one, there will be 3 hours of exam. There will be 40 questions, only 40 questions in 3 hours, because the level of the questions is very nice. The total marks is 150, and the cutoff is roughly, this is not announced by TIFR, but this is one of my students told me that who was selected in TIFR Hyderabad after the interview. She told me that she had something like this, 81, 82 marks. So based on that, I'm guessing that the cutoff is between 80 to 85. TIFR does not announce any cutoff. So TIFR does not tells you what is the cutoff. Okay? So it's a 3-hour exam, and there are 40 questions, 150 marks, and the cutoff is almost 80 to 85. And it has 2 sections. Section number A. Section A will have 25 questions. All of them are MCQ. And every question will give you plus 3 marks. And if you make the question wrong, you will get -1. So the total marks for this is 25 into 3, which is 75 marks. And the level of these questions is moderate. I will not say easy. No question in a TIFR, only 10% of questions are easy. The average level of these questions is moderate. Okay. Then we have the section B. Section B has only 15 questions. They are all MCQ, and each question will give you plus 5 marks. And even it's MCQ, A, B, C, D, you just have to choose one. And even if your question is wrong, there will be no negative marking. You will get no negative marking. So 15 into 5, again 75 questions, 75 marks. And the level of these questions is very hard. You really need to work hard to solve these problems. So there are total 40 questions and there are total 150 marks. So this is the pattern of the TIFR. So you have to just solve 40 questions in 3 hours and you will get 150 marks of this. And if you are able to score 80 to 85 marks, you will get an interview call from TIFR. And then you have to go to TIFR, different institutes of TIFR. You would give the interview and you will be getting selected. If you give a good interview, you will be selected. So after an exam, interview will also happen for TIFR. Then we have IIT JAM exam. So after this, IIT JAM exam will be there and it will be in February 2025. Again, it will also be a 3-hour exam. There will be 60 questions now. So question number is increased. So almost 3 minutes for one question. And the marks is only 100 marks paper is there. The cutoff in this is roughly 45 plus. If you want an, means cutoffs are low. So cutoffs are usually 21, 22. But I'm talking about if you want to get an IIT admission. If you want to get into IIT admission, you want, and if you are from general category, you at least need 45 marks. And if you get 50 plus marks, you will get top IITs, like top 7 IITs you will get if your score is more than 50 marks. Okay, so roughly it is between 40 to 50 marks you have to score to get into IIT. Okay, so that is a basic cutoff for IIT JAM exam. IIT JAM exam has 3 sections. Section number A. Section number A contains MCQ questions. So section A, the first 10 question will be MCQ and it will have only 1 mark. So each question will have just 1 mark and minus 1/3 if you make it wrong. So the total marks will be 10. And the level of these questions is very easy kind of questions. So 1 mark question. So it is easy problems. Then you have 20 questions. These are also MCQ and these are 2 mark questions. And if you do the negative, it will be minus 2/3. So 20 into 2 will be 40 marks. The level of these questions will be moderate, means moderate to hard. So these problems will be good quality, means not that very hard as in TIFR, but it will be little bit harder. So it will be moderate level of questions will be there. So first you will get 10 easy questions of MCQ. Then you get 20 moderate questions of MCQ. So total 30 questions you have till here. Then you have part B. Part B has 10 questions. And it is MSQ. MSQ means multiple select questions. More than one option is correct. For example, A, B, C, D. You have to, let's say, more than one is correct. So A, B, and C is correct. So you have to tick all 3, A, B, and C. If you don't tick even one of them, you will get 0 marks. If you tick all the correct options, then only you will get the full marks. Otherwise, you will get no marks. So if you do this question correctly, you will get plus 2 marks. And if you do not do it, if you do it wrong, or if you leave this question, you will get 0 marks. There is no negative marking. So the 20 marks will come from this section. And then you have the third section, section number C, which again has 10 questions. So 10 questions here, 10 questions here. All of them are NAT. NAT means numerical integer. So you have to put the numerical numbers like 150, 220, 1.5, 2.36, minus 2.1. So these kind of numbers you have to put as an answer. There will be no options. So 10 questions will be easy level. So they will have 1 marks for each. And 10 questions will be moderate. So they will have 2 marks for each. So in this way, you will have total 60 questions and you will have the total 100 marks. On an average, the IIT JAM exam is from easy to moderate. Okay. And comparing with other exams. Okay. If you compare 2 different IIT JAM exams, that could be easy to hard as such. But compared to other TIFR and JEST exam, IIT JAM exam is considered as easy to moderate. Okay. So this will be your February exam. And then in the March, you will have JEST. JEST has very similar pattern as TIFR. JEST is also 3 hours. But in this, there are 50 questions. 50 questions. And total marks will be 100. And the cutoff is 30 to 32 only. If you get 30 to 32 marks, you will get under 250 rank. 250 rank. Less than 250 rank you will have. So in this, there are three sections. Number one, section number A, it will have 25 questions. All of them are MCQ. It is 1 mark questions. And if you do it wrong, you get -1/3 and total 25 marks. These are the moderate questions. Not very easy, not very hard, moderate. Then you have section B. Section B has 15 questions. Then you have MCQ and it is 3 marks. And if you do it wrong, you get -1 mark for wrong. And then total marks for this is 45. These are the hard problems. Like first you have moderate and now you have a hard problems. And in the last you have a section C, and section C has only 10 questions. And these are numerical integer, means you have to put the numbers here. And each question is plus 3 marks. And there is no negative marking here. And this will give you total 30 marks. And this is also hard questions. So there are total 50 questions and total 100 marks. And out of which you need 30 to 35 marks only for getting a good selection. Okay, so this is your idea. So this is our 3 goals and the exam pattern for these 3 exams. Before we start planning for these exams, I just want to give you the pros and cons, that what are the benefits of TIFR and what are the disadvantages of all of them. So in TIFR exam, if you give TIFR exam, this exam basically prepares you for tougher exams. Like if someone has qualified TIFR, it is much easier that he will also qualify CSIR net. He or she can also qualify CSIR net very easily because his level of problem solving is very high. So basically TIFR prepares you for difficult exams as well. And it makes you a very good, excellent physics student. If someone qualified TIFR exam, I always say that this is an excellent physics student. He or she can solve the problems at any level. The disadvantages of TIFR exam is that it is a hard level questions. The question will be difficult. The cutoffs is also high. Cutoff is not less. And the syllabus is also large. On the other hand, if I look at the IIT JAM exam, in IIT JAM, the benefit is the syllabus is less. And the questions are also moderate to easy questions. And after IIT JAM, you have no interview. You directly get an admission in IIT. You don't have to give any interview. You just qualify IIT JAM exam, and after your IIT JAM exam, directly you apply for the counseling and directly you will get an admission without any interview. The disadvantages is that the cutoffs are decent. Like you will see a good competition here. It is not like that 14 to 15,000 students give this exam and only 500 to 1,000 students get IIT, including all the categories. So you will feel some competition in this examination. On the other hand, in TIFR and in JEST, the competition is low. But in IIT JAM, the competition is good, but again, the syllabus is less, the question levels is less. You can prepare for this exam easily. In JEST examination, your cutoffs are very low, means you only need 30 to 35% marks. And the competition is also low. For example, only 4,000 students gave the exam this year for an integrated PhD. So competition is low, cutoff is low. And the disadvantage of this is that the questions are difficult. Some questions are almost like TIFR questions. So questions are difficult and the syllabus is also very large. It's more syllabus than JAM. So this is what you have, the 3 exams, pros and cons, you have all of that. I think if you are a good physics student and if you are at least planning to become a good physics student, you should plan for all these 3 exams. Because every exam will shape you in a very good way. Your problem solving skills, your syllabus knowledge, the hold on the command on the physics thinking process. Okay? So all of these processes will evolve if you will prepare for these 3 exams. Preparing for only IIT JAM will just make you time management will be good. But preparing for TIFR will make you solving difficult problems. In JEST, you learn both time management and difficult problems. So it's a mix up. So prepare for all these 3 exams and it will help you in your later future. Okay? Luckily, the syllabus of all these exams, at least the subjects are same. The number of subjects is almost same in all these 3 exams. Only thing is that in some of the exams, like in JEST and TIFR, the syllabus is more elaborated. For example, there are 8 subjects. I have divided this split into 8 subjects. So mathematical physics, classical mechanics, waves, oscillation and optics, electromagnetism, electronics, solid state physics, quantum mechanics, thermo and stat. So roughly these are the subjects that you have to prepare. Okay, and more or less these three will also be asked in JEST. These eight will also be asked in TIFR, also be asked in JAM. The difference here is that in JAM, only few topics are there in all of these subjects. For example, 3 to 4 topics in maths, 3 to 4 topics in mechanics, 3 to 4 topics in electromagnetism. But in JEST and TIFR, the number of subtopics are more. It is almost same as net exam, or it is almost same as gate examination. So number of subtopics are more. Okay, and you should know that JEST gives the same exam to BSc students and also to the MSc students. So both BSc and MSc students give the same exam for JEST. So they are expecting MSc knowledge also in JEST exam. Okay, so the syllabus for JEST and TIFR is obviously more than JAM, but the syllabus is coming from these 8 subjects only. So if you cover these 8 subjects, you are more or less done. Okay, so let me take some questions here, and then I will start with the plan for these 3, because it's very good. A very good question have came up, and this is where I feel proud of, that I found this strategy during my BSc time. And not everyone can do that, because whoever manages time manages exams. So the very good question is that how do you manage your BSc college plus all of these 3 exams preparation? Because you have the limited time. A very simple thing is, number one thing, you have to accept that hard work is required here. Hard work is required here, and all of you are capable of giving that hard work. All of you have that ability to do the hard. If you are given a good direction, if you are given a good chance, you can do hard. First of all, I always identify myself as a night person. You can identify yourself as a different person. I always feel that in night, I'm more active. I can spend more time in studies. So my day was very much common, and you have to repeat this for 8 months. It's not like one day plan. Every single day you have to do this. Not even a one break. Not you have to implement this plan rigorously. And this plan basically is that till 6 p.m. is your college. So you go to the college, you come back from the college, do whatever you want to do. Till 6 p.m. is your college time. 6 to 9 p.m., or you can say 10 p.m. is your relaxation time. You can have the food, you can have the family time, you can sleep. Whatever you want to do it. After the college, if you are tired, just sleep. After the college, if you want to eat. And after 10 p.m. you have to sit down, and at least till 2 a.m. you have to sit down, and these 4 hours will be your dedicated study every single day. And I always used to make sure that these 3 to 4 hours are only for my exam preparation. Whatever homeworks are given, whatever assignments are given, I used to do in my college time itself. Like if say I am sitting in the lab, my experiment is running, I will also complete my assignment. I have to study something, my lab is running, going on, and I will do that with my lab work. Or let's say if some lecture is free, I will go to the library and I will complete my college work in the college itself. And everyone knows that college, if you want to complete college work in college, you can do it, because college gives you enough chances to do that. Either you have the labs or you have the classes. Sometimes the classes are not there, and Saturday Sunday is many times off in many universities. There are many public holidays, all of that. And if any public holiday is there, Saturday Sunday is there, then the entire day will go for these 3 exam preparation. Okay, and in my college, I used to top. My CGPA was 9.6. I was one of the topper of my class. Okay, so I had a very good CGPA out of 10 also, and you can do that because only before 1 week before my exam, I used to study for my college exams. Other than that, I used to focus on my 3 exams preparation. JAM, basically I was looking for JAM, so I was preparing for JAM. So you should do that also. Again, every day 3 to 4 hours, if you will dedicate for JAM, JEST and TIFR, then you can say with the confidence that you will qualify this exam. Otherwise, what happens is student usually prepare for 1 week, then they go to the college, and then college, they dedicate themselves to the college, and then they do not get the good ranks in the end. The problem is that they did not spend the time for exams. They only spend the time for college. College is not going to give you anything. Even if you score full marks, college will not give you any opportunity. Rank in any one of the exam will open many doors for you. You have to understand this. Okay, so this is my strategy. You can split, you can switch it. If you are a morning person, you can wake up early and study 3-4 hours and then go to the college. And if you're a night person, you can come back from the college and then you can study 3-4 hours. Whatever you want to do, you have to find 3 to 4 hours on a daily basis for your competitive exams plan, and then I will take all the doubts at the end. So how to complete the syllabus? It's a very decent thing. So these are the 8 things, and this I am going to follow in my course, and you can also follow this if you are preparing on your own. This is what I am going to follow in as such in my course. So mathematical physics 3 weeks. These 3 weeks contain all the topics for JAM, JEST, and TIFR. Not only for JAM. So in 3 weeks you can complete mathematical physics for JAM, JEST, and TIFR. So the syllabus should start from 1 July and it should end on 21. Then again 3 weeks for classical mechanics, and again I am saying these classical mechanics is all 3 classical mechanics for TIFR, for JAM, and for JEST. Then 3 weeks for electromagnetism, 3 weeks for quantum mechanics, 3 weeks for stat mech, 3 weeks for electronics, 3 weeks for waves, oscillation, and optics. And you roughly need only 1 week for solid state because only 2 chapters are there in solid state. In this way, you will be able to complete your syllabus by 25th November. And doing a subject in 3 weeks is not overburden. Students can manage that. And even if you fail to manage that, you have still 15 to 20 days before your TIFR exam. So if something is missing in between, let's say you were missing for 15 days for your college exams. So you can manage these 15 days after the 25th November till your, because usually the TIFR exams happen on 10 to 15 December. So you still have 15 more days after your 25th November to complete the things. But the benefit with this is that your JAM syllabus, which is going to happen in February, your syllabus is done in November. The JEST, which is going to happen in March, your syllabus is done in November. So that gives you a lot of freedom as such. And 3 weeks are not a less time, and you can easily do that. 3 weeks you have to apply. And what is the best way to do? What I'm going to follow as such in my course, and that also you can follow if you want. One is that what should be the study plan? How should I study? How should I prepare? Usually what I recommend is that step number 1 should be watch the recorded classes. For example, if you are in a course, you will get a recorded lectures for each topic. So you will have the 4 to 5 lectures for each topic. You have 4 to 5 lectures. Let's say the number 1 topic is vector algebra and vector calculus. You have 4 to 5 lectures. You need to watch those lectures, and every lecture is only 30 to 40 minutes. Not a very big lecture, 30 to 40 minutes. And the lectures are completely in English because I teach in English so that everyone in India can understand my course. And it covers from the basics to advanced. So let's say you are very poor in class 11, 12th basics. You can still manage this. Your basics will improve and it will go till the advanced topics of TIFR and JEST. So first thing should be to watch the lecture. This is the place where you learn. You learn from me, you learn from the best, and then you learn that, okay, this is how the concept has to be done. Then the second step, then you have to do the complete PYQ assignment. After your topic is done, you have to solve some problems. And these problems should always be PYQs. It should not be random questions. These problems should always be PYQs. So whenever the student joins in a course, the student gets a topic-wise PYQ. Topic-wise. So after every topic, a student has PYQs. Student has PYQs for IIT JAM. He has a PYQs of JEST and also for TIFR. Okay. And and then you have to start.
Also a question.
Yeah, please.
Sir, in mathematical physics, and as there are group theories and Green's functions are just, are these also covered?
I have covered this in, means I provide these lectures, but usually I do not recommend students to do that, but yes, it is covered in the lectures itself. I have taught Green's function, but usually I don't say BSc student that you do it, because for your cutoff, doing Green's function is not important. But yes, if you want to do it, the lectures are available for you. You can watch them.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So then complete topic wise PYQ should be done after your lecture is done. So let's say in 2 days, I have watched the 4 or 5 lectures. Now my next task is to do the PYQ questions. And I have to do the PYQs of all 3 exams, IIT JAM, JEST and TIFR. Okay. And then you have to submit these PYQs to me. And every student will get a proper link to submit their assignment. The students will get the marks for their assignment. And these assignments has to be submitted before due dates. So first of all, you will get a topic-wise PYQs, and these topic-wise PYQs have the complete detailed solutions. So you have to sit down, you have to again do these questions. If you have some problem, you can refer the solutions, and then you have to make your own solution sheet. And then you have to scan and upload that. So that what happens is that student has a track that they are uploading the assignment. So they are done with these PYQs, they are done with these PYQs, they have done with these PYQs. They will have the complete track of it. And also it's a very good practice. Then the third, this was the practice. Now comes the mock test. So after every topic, there is a topic wise quiz. So let's say your vector algebra and vector calculus is done. Now you have to give the topic wise quiz of vector algebra and vector calculus. And there is a topic wise quiz after each topic. It's not like that only after one topic or one subject. After in each subject, there are many topics. So after each topic, you have one test. Okay. And the quiz is available, and each quiz has a detailed solutions. So you will, after your quiz is done, you get your marks, then you can look at the complete solutions where you can check that what are the wrong options, what you did wrong and what you did right. So every student has to complete the quiz before the due dates. Means it will remain available even after that also. But it is student, if student wants to get graded very nicely, they have to complete the quiz before due date. Okay. And then for all of this chaos, you need to have the live classes. So we will have the live classes. Why do we need to have the live classes? Because in the live classes, we will have the revision of the concepts. We will have the quiz discussions, like the quizzes which you gave. We will discuss those quizzes. And there is a proper dates which are given for each quiz discussion. Then you have the PYQs discussion. For example, last 2 to 3, 4 years of PYQs which are difficult, some other PYQs which I have not discussed in the class, and I want to discuss those PYQs for that. And the most important is your doubt solving, because student gets a lot of doubts. You are looking at the PYQs and you are not understanding the solution. How can you understand that? So then you will have the doubts. So it is both the things. You have the written solutions available. Also, you have the live classes for your doubts. So it will be perfect system. So the live classes will be 5 days in a week, and it will be between 7 to 9 p.m. So everyone can attend that. So after you come home from the college, you can attend 7 to 9 p.m. and the classes are on the Zoom. Okay. And after that 9 p.m. you can take a break, you can have the dinner, you can rest for some time, you can use your mobile phone, and at 10 to 10:30 p.m. you can sit down and then you do your self study. Okay. And then you till night you do the self study, and then you sleep, and then you wake up. Every single day, if you do this cycle again and again and again and again, that cycle will bring the rank. That hard work is required. Like you are attending live class, you are going to college, and then you are coming back, then you are doing the self study, and that is something. Yeah, one or 2 days are missing. For example, Saturday you can cool off. For example, class will not be there, college will not be there, and you can cool off. You can relax yourself. You can sleep little bit more. So you will be back to the normal state. And then again 1 week of hard work. Then you can again cool off. Again 1 week of hard work. So this is how you have to reach. This is the level you have to reach. And this you have to maintain for next 5, 6, 7 years, so that you are in a top 1% of your field, right? And in the last step, I always say that there will be full live mock test. Live means the test will start at 9 a.m. It will end at 12 p.m. just like your actual exam, or it will be from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. So for each exam, so there will be full test for TIFR also, there will be full test for JAM also, and there will be full test for JEST also. So 3 to 5 full tests will be there for each exam. For example, 3 to 5 tests for TIFR, 3 to 5 for JAM, and 3 to 5 for JEST. And from my own experience, I know that if any student complete these steps, there is nothing more which is required to get a rank, because you have the content, you have the assignment solution, you have done the PYQs, you have done the quizzes, you have given the full mock test, you have completed your doubts, and other than that I don't think anything else is required. Okay, so here I'm giving you the two subject of due dates, and you can say the dates which are required. For example, for the next 1.5 month, we are going to cover, for you can say for next 6 weeks, 3 weeks for maths and 3 weeks for mechanics. For next 6 weeks, we are going to cover two subjects, mechanics and maths. So you have to do an assignment submission. What is your assignment? Your assignment is previous year questions of what? Of JAM, JEST, and TIF, topic wise. So for mathematical physics, you
Sir,
have, yes, please. Yeah.
uh, sir, as here in hard questions, there are multiple concepts compiled, but I lack uh, the attempt and the thought pattern to solve those questions and how to improve that thing.
Practice. For example, if you do my all the quizzes, topic wise quizzes, all of them are very hard questions. By the end of it, you will realize that okay, this is the common recipe for solving these kind of questions. So you have to practice. More questions you practice. For example, a student who solve all the jam, just TIFR, and then also the quiz, that person has almost solved more than 5,000 questions. And someone who has solved almost 5,000 questions in 7-8 months, that person knows 360-degree that what are the tools which can be used. If you lack the thinking process, it means you have not seen that many questions. Okay, this can also be done, beta function can also be included here, I can use Dirac delta function here, I can use spherical polar coordinates to make this problem easier. So these kind of things are missing, and then with the practice and with all the PYQs and topic wise quizzes, you will have that practice. Only thing I can say is practice here. That's all. Yeah. So with practice you learn that, right? Okay. So in mathematical physics you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 quizzes, 6 assignments. Sorry, 6 assignments. And one is vector calculus, then you have matrices and algebra, then you have complex analysis, then you have Fourier and Laplace transform, then you have differential equations and special functions, and then you have probability. You can carefully see that this contains all the three syllabus of all the three exams. JAM syllabus is covered, JEST is covered, and TIFR is also. Okay, these are the 6 topics which I recommend. Okay, there are very few topics as this guy mentioned, that group theory also in last 5 years 1 or 2 questions of group theory came, or 1 or 2 questions from Green's function came. I usually give the lecture for that if someone wants to watch that, but as such the 95% of the questions comes from these 6 topics. So you need 4 days to complete this, 3 to complete this, 4 to complete this, 4, and 2 days. So the due date to submit an assignments is given like this. So these due dates are there to submit your assignments. But if you miss this assignment on this days, let's say you are not able to submit an assignment on 4th July, then there is a last date also. Even if you miss the assignment for some other reason, there is a deadline. There is one more last date before which you can give your assignment. Then you cannot give your assignment after that. Okay. If some student join the course late, then that person can have to submit its next assignment and then also the previous assignments. Okay. So Taylor series we will cover in this itself, vectors itself. Okay. So your topics, as you said, Taylor, Jacobian, all of that is added in this order. Okay. Don't worry, everything is covered, right? So that comes under the category of expansions. Okay. So limits, Dirac delta functions, spherical polar coordinates, all of that comes under the foundation module. I have one foundation module in which there are 6 or 7 topics like spherical polar coordinates, Cartesian coordinates, cylindrical coordinates, Dirac delta function, limits and continuity. Okay. And then we have Jacobian, Taylor series, and then you have all of that. Okay. So in that you get, sorry, Taylor series comes under this Fourier and Laplace series. Okay. So first you have due date. If you miss due date by somehow, you can submit your assignment by last date. You will have the proper link to submit your assignment. And in that you have to submit your assignment by writing in your own handwriting. So your all the PYQs will be done through these assignments. And then afterwards you will have the classical mechanics assignments. basic mechanics, rotational mechanics, pseudo forces, Lagrangian and Hamiltonian, central forces, relativity, and small oscillations. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 topics for mechanics. And it covers all three, your JAM, JEST, and TIFR. Okay. And it again, the number of days are given 2, 2, 2, 6, 3, 3, 3 days. Again, the due dates are given and the last dates. So every student has to submit the assignment before these dates. Okay. And then we have the quizzes. So you have to give the 6 quizzes for maths and similarly the 7 quizzes for your mechanics. So you will have 6 quizzes for maths and each quiz will have 20 questions. 1 hour, 20 questions. Okay. And the due date for quiz is 4 July, 7 July, 11 July, 15 July, and 19 July and 21 July. Through these quizzes only, I will judge the student. If the student is giving the quiz and what is the marks that person is scoring. And every quiz will have the live discussion. For example, vector calculus quiz will be discussed on 7th July. Then matrices quiz will be discussed on 10th July. So there will be a test discussion of each quiz. And we will meet, we will discuss this quiz, and this will be discussed in the live classes. Similarly, then you have the mechanics quizzes also, and then the live discussion for that, and these are the last dates. So these dates will help you understand that how much you are lagging behind or how much you are in front. For example, student usually don't understand that if he is lagging in the course, if he is not lagging in the course. By having the due dates, what will happen is that you will understand that if you are lagging or not. And if you are lagging, how many days you are lagging. Like you are missing 3 assignments, 4 assignments, how many assignments you are missing. Okay. So in this way, I will also know what are you doing and you will also know what are you doing, so that your syllabus remains on track. And whenever you have to come back to your preparation, you always know that, okay, this is my next assignment and I have to submit that. And also I need to complete my backdate assignments. Okay. So this is the idea. Other than that, we will also have the full math and mechanics test. So full maths test will happen on 28th July and full mechanics test will happen on 21 August. So full maths and mechanics test will also be there. Sorry, these are the discussion dates and these are the test dates. So it will happen on 24 July and 14 August. So after your maths is done, all the topic wise quizzes are done, then you will have the full maths test where you will sit down and you will give the full mathematics test. And this will have 60 questions.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, please.
These slides are shared in group or not, sir?
This will be shared in the group after the lecture. Okay. So this is the structure of the preparation. So I will share this PDF with you, and I am starting the syllabus from 1 July. So 1 July is my starting date of the syllabus, and you can join the course till you can join whenever you want. There, the course name is Jam Jest TIFR. Fees, again, the minimum fees we have across the institutions. The fees is only 4,000. In that also, I am giving 500 rupees off till 30 June. So if you join the course till 30 June, you get 500 rupees off. You have to use the coupon, which is named as IIT JAM. So just use the coupon. You will get an option on your payment page, and you effectively can join the course right now at 3,500 rupees. And the validity of this course will remain till your JEST exam. So whenever your JEST exam happens, whenever you get your results, whenever
So
your
how
admission
to
is done.
how to
Yep.
pay the
How to? Sorry.
how to pay?
You can that is what I was saying. So you can join the course on our website or on app. Okay. So our website is www.physicsbyrn.com and our app is Physics by RN. So you can visit our website or an app. You will see the course there, and you can take the demo also. You can enroll the course in that place itself. Okay. So the course is starting from 1 July, and you can, if you join before 30 June, you get a discount of 500 rupees. Now I am open for all of your doubts, and I will take all of your doubts as such.